On the Essex coast, just south of Clacton, lies Jaywick. It was built in the 1920s, so Londoners could buy land to build their own holiday chalets. Soon it became a thriving seaside resort. But now, all that has changed.
I will class it basically as a shithole.
5,000 people live here permanently, many in poverty.
Whenever there's a job that becomes available, everyone is after it.
It's England's poorest town, and life at rock bottom can be tough.
I don't want to be a bum all my life. It's not the way to go.
You've got to be mad to live in Jaywick.
For some, Jaywick is the end of the road.
You're going to end up killing yourself.
But for others, it's a chance to make a fresh start.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To the future.
To the future.
Another lovely morning in Jaywick.
In this close-knit community, locals help each other through thick and thin.
Come here, I love you.
Oh, it's like a whole big family. That's what I love about Jaywick. I love it here.
The rest of society may have forgotten them, but they're not giving up.
Jaywick is the tits.
This is the Costa del Jaywick.
This time in Jaywick, Tara's caught in a love triangle.
You actually thought he could come back here. Can you believe that?
Boo has a caravan catastrophe.
How could I unload it there?
And Gaz ends up in intensive care.
He was just lying there with all tubes out of his mouth. Basically, he looked dead.
Jaywick's Brooklands estate is the closest thing Britain has to a shanty town. Bungalows here can be bought for as little as £20,000. But the low cost of living does give people at rock bottom a second chance to make something of their lives.
That's what you call a gun.
Ex-East End hardman Fred came here in the mid-90s for a fresh start, after a 5-year stretch in Wandsworth for armed robbery. But now Fred's getting a taste of his own medicine. Last night, he had an attempted break-in.
Oh, something seriously wrong there. The key won't come out. Oh, the old Bill down here only come down here once in the blue moon. They say there's so many burglaries being done in it.
Fred claims to have been mates with the Cray twins back in the day. But now the only friends he's got are his 9 cats.
Yeah, you love me. Well, they're like children. They're harmless, they're like children to me.
When Fred left London, he abandoned his partner Linda and their young son Rocky.
I regret the day I walked away from her. I don't stop thinking about her day and night. I dream about her a lot when I go to bed of a night. And it keeps on playing on my mind. And on my mind I thought to myself, why do I keep dreaming about her? And I thought, I must still love her, I miss her. I miss her badly.
Fred is so desperate for another chance with Linda, he asked former local councillor Dan Casey to track her down.
Just come in, 2 minutes.
And after a year of searching, Dan's finally found her.
I'm going to London tomorrow
Yeah?
to see Linda.
Does she know you're coming?
She knows I'm coming, yes. Is there anything you want me to say to her?
Only that I still love her and I've missed her all these years. I want to apologise to her and I want to find out whether Rocky's all right or not.
Yeah.
And if there's any calls that she would like to come back with me, I'd have to make arrangements.
Yeah.
I don't think she'd live here with me.
Yeah.
And if I had to leave here, I'd have to make arrangements for the cats, you know what I mean, what I've got left.
Fred has big plans, but it's over 2 decades since he left Linda. She may have moved on.
The reality is he wants to be with her. And for Fred to say he gave up his cats, he's very, very serious and I think he's hoping. So I hope it's good news, but I don't really know until I've seen her.
Round the corner, another ex-con is looking for a clean start. Darren is a newcomer to Jaywick. He's been in and out of jail since the age of 18.
Doing 11 years in prison has been hard. You know, I learnt my lesson. I had to change my life. You know what I mean? And that's what's happened now.
Darren's convictions were mostly for robbery. He stole to pay for heroin.
Doing drugs has taken away my soul. It took away my kids. It took away my house. It took away my life.
Darren's moved into a 2-bed Brooklands chalet with flatmate, 44-year-old Tara.
So I made a cup of tea, babe. All right.
She came to Jaywick from Liverpool to begin a new life after a failed marriage.
I was married 4 years. I was only with him a year because he went to jail. He had a different lifestyle from mine. His lifestyle was a bit more colourful than mine. I'm just a chilled out person. He ain't. And then when he went to jail, it was like a relief.
Pooling resources with Darren means their benefits go further. But recently, the couple have started sharing more than just bills.
When I first met him, yeah, there were two things that I noticed, yeah. One was his hands. He's got perfect man hands, yeah, and they're all clean in his nails. Then his beauty spot. That was it. Love you. Come here.
Once they'd fallen for each other, Tara had to reveal her secret.
She told me the truth that she was married and she was finishing it with him, and I said, like, I'll be your friend and, like, we'll share accommodation until your marriage is over, and then, like, maybe we can start seeing each other, and that's...
But you should have cuddles, and they say you didn't with friends. I say, oh, Dan, can I have a cuddle?
Yeah.
I really want a cuddle, and he goes, yeah, I could do with a cuddle. We'd have a little cuddle and see, but that would be, weren't it?
Yeah.
And then, like, one thing led to the other, and then I did feel guilty after. I proper felt guilty. All day, every day, he tells me I'm wonderful, I'm beautiful, gives me a kiss on the cheek. Then, like, I'd just be doing something to make her, he goes, you know something, you're absolutely beautiful. I can't believe I've met someone like you. He just makes me feel happy all the time, overwhelmed all the time.
Tara and Darren want to overcome past demons. But for Jaywick resident Gaz, that might be too late. He's lying critically ill in hospital. Doctors told Gaz to quit drinking or risk death. But he refused to listen to them or his brother John.
Stop. I need you to stop drinking.
What? Did you get me a bottle?
No, I'm not going to buy you a bottle so you can go and fucking kill yourself.
The next day, Gaz had a severe seizure after drinking to excess. Now John is on his way to hospital to see him.
Got a phone call saying that Gaz has had a fit. He's been trapped underneath a gate. He's going purple. And then Gaz went to hospital and they had to end up sedating him. Apparently he's in a really bad way. So I'm going to go and see what's happening. We was worried because it's coming up to the anniversary of my old man's death. Especially as he's on life support.
Gaz and John's dad died from alcohol abuse. History could be about to repeat itself. Coming up, can JP turn his back on booze?
I'm not even going to have that one drink.
And will Fred's long-lost love agree to see him?
Worry a bit what her response is going to be.
Average life expectancy in Jaywick is 9 years less than in more affluent neighbouring areas. 40% of Jaywick residents have a long-term health condition, and alcoholism tops the list.
Jaywick is the tits.
One of Jaywick's most popular residents, 40-year-old Gaz, is in intensive care following severe alcoholic seizures. Younger brother John was only allowed a brief visit.
He was just lying there with all tubes out of his mouth, unconscious, like, basically he looked dead.
On admission, doctors put Gaz into an induced coma for 24 hours.
When they brought him round, the first thing he comes out with, have you got a glass of cider? He keeps saying that he wants to go home, they've put a tag on him now, so he can't get out of the hospital. If he walks out, the alarm will go off. So hopefully he stays there, gets the treatment he needs, and then comes out and stays off the drink, basically.
If Gaz leaves hospital and starts drinking again, it could trigger a fatal seizure.
The doctor said in 2012, if he don't stop drinking, he'll be dead in 2 years. And it's coming up to 3 years. He's only 40. And not being funny, they say life begins at 40. If he carries on drinking, he won't see past 41.
At her home on Jaywick seafront, recovering heroin addict Sarah is just out from her stay in Colchester Hospital. Last week, she gave birth to a baby daughter. But unlike other mums, she can't take hers home. Social services are deciding if she can keep the baby.
Didn't get into drugs heavily till I was sort of 22. When I was pregnant, it'd be the longest period of time that I've given up, I suppose, in the last 5 years.
And it's not just Sarah who's under scrutiny. Tomorrow, her partner JP is due home after a 10-day alcohol detox program.
I'm missing him dearly at the moment. You know, things at a time like this, you need your partner with you by your side. So yeah, at the moment, I'm quite low.
The couple have been addicted to booze and drugs for years, so their 2 eldest daughters live with Sarah's parents in Harlow. They might get them back if JP can stay sober.
Drink is terrible. And you think, you know, alcohol's all around you, everywhere you go there's alcohol. You know, it's a dangerous time, you can easily relapse. Just hope that doesn't happen to him. Not this time.
But on a sunny morning in London, JP is feeling bright as his detox comes to an end.
I've got to find a train that gets Clacton.
He started drinking heavily 10 years ago, after the death of his brother.
Homeward bound. I think it's the first time in about 6 years I've been sober.
He gave up his job, and his addiction spiraled out of control.
Looking back on it, it's been a total waste. I was a slave to the alcohol. It was like my master. It drove me. I done it for myself because I was killing myself, but I also done it for my family and to prove to people as well, and saying that you can't do it. People saying you're never going to do it, you can't do it, but now I've done it and now I've proved it. And I'm going to stick with it.
In just a couple of hours, JP will be reunited with Sarah. And it also won't be long before ex-East End hard man Fred finds out if his long-lost love Linda will take him back.
Well, it's going to go one way or another now. It's going to upset me if she don't want to know. It's going to upset me, but I'll just have to brush it out of my mind if I can somehow.
Eager to play Cupid, former Jaywick councillor Dan is in London to meet Fred's ex.
Well, I'm hoping when I speak to Linda that she'll actually see Fred. I've got a message from Fred, and obviously he tells me he still loves her and he wants to meet her.
It's still a bit of a shock to me. I didn't know if my son's father was still alive. I didn't know if he was alive, so I'm a bit nervous, obviously.
Hi, Linda.
Hello.
I'm Dan. I don't know if you've seen anything of Fred in all these years, what he actually looks like. I've actually got a picture of him. Would you like to see the picture?
Yes, that's okay, that's fine. Oh my gosh, it's still him, yeah. He looks well. I can see it's him. I can see it's him.
During his search for Fred's family, Dan found a death certificate for a baby called Rocky.
Death year, it's got a death year, yeah? Right, 1978, death.
1978.
But a year later, Linda had a second baby with Fred that she also called Rocky. That Rocky is now 32 years old.
This is his son, Rocky, with his little girl. She's only 2.
Oh,
and he's got a lovely girlfriend, lovely family.
Yeah, he's got some of his features.
That's his little girl.
He's got a granddaughter as well.
Yeah.
Oh, blimey. He doesn't even know that, I don't think.
No.
When I said we'd found you, I said, what do you want to say to Linda? And I'm going to repeat what he said to me.
Okay then, yeah.
He said that. He said he's never stopped loving you, and he knows he's got to apologise to you, but that's something that you and him, when you last left, whatever it is, he said he wants to apologise to you in person. That's what his words were to me.
I respect that. It's been a long time. It's been over 30 years, and I feel like I should at least respect the fact that he is his father and go and meet him.
Oh, you will.
I've got to face up to things in life, haven't you?
Back in Jaywick, another resident is being forced to confront her past. For the last 16 months, Tara's husband, Stephen, has been in prison for robbery. But he's just been released and is demanding to see her because he wants her back.
He said there's a question that he wants to ask me, and he'll know if I'm lying by the look on my face. Even though I'm nervous, I know I've got to go and see Stephen. I've got to. I haven't seen him for 16 months. I need to see him. I need to see if I feel anything. Well, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know.
On Jaywick Beach, Darren is worried Tara will be tempted back by her husband.
I do believe me and Tara are brought together for a reason. Tara don't drink, she don't do drugs. That made me happy because I knew I'd be safe. I just want to give her the best. I just want to give her what she deserves. And I think that's all I can do is give her love, show her love, and just show her that I want to be with her for the rest of my life. People think the worst of her. When they see her, they think, oh yeah, she looks like a bit of a thug because she's got her tattoos. But she's probably the softest, heartiest, loving, warm person you'll ever meet in your whole life. She would do absolutely anything for anyone. She's got the biggest heart in the world, and she's just beautiful.
If Tara does choose him over her ex, Darren has big plans for the future.
She don't know this weekend. I'm going to propose to her. It's all planned for Sunday. We're going to go out for a nice meal. She don't know nothing about it, so it's a big surprise.
Tara's due back in Jaywick tonight. Darren will be waiting. Further along Jaywick seafront, new mum Sarah's looking forward to seeing JP, who's about to return home from detox.
We've got a lot to talk about. If we want to stay together, we have to be really, really serious about what we're doing. Hello?
Hello, Beth. How do I look then?
Healthy. Wow, look. Look at your little chubby choppers.
No shakes.
Oh, good. Oh, looking good, looking fresh.
Yeah.
To have any chance of keeping their new baby, social services have asked Sarah and JP to live apart and stay clean.
We are officially separated.
I've just come here to say hello to Sarah when I've come out. But then I'll be going back over to mine. And Sarah will be staying here.
Do you think me and you can succeed together, staying clean?
Yeah, can be done.
We have to be dedicated.
Can be done, I am.
This is a horrible, it's a horrible situation to come home to.
I am not doing it. I've had these 10 days to think about a lot and everything.
See,
I'm not even having that one drink. I'm not even going to have that one drink.
JP's brought home a letter his counsellors used during the programme.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am addiction. I have killed millions and I am pleased. More than you hate me, I hate all of you who have a programme, and until we meet again, if we meet again, I wish you death and suffering.
Whoa, powerful words, as you said.
Yeah. Like when I get a trigger, like when I feel like I want to drink or something, I can read this and it will make me think about it seriously.
I'll be reading that a lot, I believe, in the next few days.
Half a mile away on the Brooklands estate, John has come to check up on Gaz's dog, Max, who's home alone.
It's got a stink in there, isn't it?
Gaz is going to be in hospital for at least a week, leaving his brother with a lot to take care of.
Max, cage! Max, in!
Neighbour Nikki has brought round some emergency supplies for John.
Yeah, you're in a bit of a hard time, so I thought I'd get it made for you.
Nikki found Gaz following his seizure.
This gate was like that, and his head was actually right underneath this gate. Literally, this was stopping his windpipe. His head was down here, and there was a bit of blood and foam and that coming out. So the first thing I'd done, come running up the stairs, told my mate Gemma to pull the gate back like that. That's why the gate's broke. I had to rip it off his neck. This pillow here, this one here, I've had to put that there, them two right there, just so his head was a bit more supported. Put him in a recovery position and then phone the ambulance. To be honest, I thought he was dead because he was so purple on his lips and he had like all foam and that coming out of his lips and everything. And I even like sort of lift up his eyelids and to see, but there was nothing there, there was no response. I was actually going to stay in town for a little bit longer, but something inside me sort of said, you need to go back for some reason. So I got the bus and come straight back, and to be honest, I'm glad I did, because if it weren't for me and Gemma, you probably would have had a brother, to be honest.
Coming up,
It's here.
will Boo's community kitchen dream end in tears?
How could I unload it there?
And Fred flies into a rage.
Don't keep photographing my ass, fuck all.
Yeah, to me, it's just rather sad.
Average weekly household income in Jaywick is £360. £300 less than in neighbouring towns. 80% of residents are on low incomes. But even though money is in short supply, British Bulldog spirit is not.
It is one great big community. And if we can help each other, we help each other out.
54-year-old Boo is a reformed boozer. She's been dry for 5 years. And the new Boo has taken on the role of Jaywick's Good Samaritan.
Oh, why am I bloody waiting? I could have been in the pub for breakfast.
Boo has set up a soup kitchen in her living room for hungry neighbours.
I just like helping people. It's the way you've been brought up. My mum cooked for every Tom, Dick and Harry, so I'm just taking her place and cooking for every Tom, Dick and Harry.
Boo's front room isn't big enough to cope with demand, but luckily a local do-gooder's donated a caravan to the cause. It's due to arrive within the hour.
When it gets here, I believe it's here. Until then, I'm not believing nothing.
How wide is it, can you remember?
But this is nearly 16 foot.
What about a caravan?
It was 13. This is 1510.
It's going to be tight down through there then, isn't it?
Boo has enlisted her son Jay to help.
Yeah, I can take this off. Right, you're not going to get no further than that, that's what I'm saying. They've nailed it together, all this. There's not screws. If it was screws, I'd be able to just unscrew it. But it's not, they've nailed it together.
Oh, hang on, this might be it, because I've just seen a lorry go past that body with wide load on. So it's coming, it's here. Yeah, it's here. I can't believe it's here. I really can't believe it's here. Hi, honey. This is the community kitchen. Yeah, my community kitchen, babe. Up there, I'm having it.
But there's a problem. Boo's road isn't wide enough for the truck, and the driver decides he can't take the caravan any further.
Maybe they're going to unload it there.
No, how can they unload it there?
The narrowness of the road is too restrictive for us to unload it. We normally will just try and back around there, but because of the length of the truck, so hence that's why we're having to unload it on the road.
If the caravan blocks the road for long, the police will be called and will ask for it to be taken back where it came from. Boo's dream could be over. But across the estate, there's good news. Dan is on his way to see Fred to report back on his meeting with Linda.
The outcome I don't want is her to say that I don't want to come back with you, I don't want this, I don't want that.
Good morning to you, mate.
Good morning. So you see her then?
Well, yes. She said you haven't changed from when I showed you a photograph. She's given me a photograph to give to you.
Well... Who's the baby?
That's your granddaughter.
That ain't her.
No, that's not there. That's Rocky.
That's Rocky, is it?
Yeah, that's your son. Can't you see the features? I don't know what the name is.
Who's that? He's?
That's his, yeah. That's your granddaughter.
So he's with someone?
Well, I think he's married.
Married?
Yeah, he's got his own place, etc.
Smile there, look.
Beautiful,
Lovely,
isn't it?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Well, that would give pride of place in here with you, wouldn't it? I said you'd be over the moon looking at that little...
Oh, I am.
Dan springs the news Fred's been waiting for.
What she'd like to do, if it's all right with you...
Yeah.
Tomorrow, Friday, to come down and meet you in Clacton.
To meet me in Clacton, she wants to come.
Yeah. But a good-looking guy he is, though, isn't he?
Makes me sad when I see him there because he's grown so quick. I've got so old. The truth, no. I'm glad it's happening now and not later on because I don't think I'm going to be around much longer.
Back on the other side of Brooklands, it's a tense time for Boo and her 29-foot caravan, which is stuck on the prom.
Excuse me, darling, are we going to try and get it in with your car?
Tractor will be the best person.
Tractor, right, I've got a phone, yeah?
Luckily, Boo knows a local farmer.
Hello, is that Dan? Yeah, can I have the tractor, please? See you soon, bye. Right, Dan's on his way. Thank you.
There's your keys, your long-awaited kitchen. All right, that's no problem. And there's a small donation. I know it's not much, but it all helps for
right.
All right?
Right,
all right,
thank you.
You're welcome. No, I have to go back, then try and turn in.
This is gonna be enough. Poor old Dan's got to go so slow. He can't even see me.
Is he reversing it now?
No, I think we're going to drive it though. Good, Dan, you're still fine, mate. You're cool. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's going. Go on, Dan, slowly. You've done it, boy, go.
That was tight there, wasn't it?
I thought my son was going to crash nuts.
The caravan's nearly there, but there might not be enough turning room on Boo's narrow road to get it onto her plot.
It scraped this corner, and this is going to be tighter.
Until I can see it in there, it ain't now.
Tell me when I'm round that post.
Go on. Start turning.
Yeah?
It's that other corner of the road
The tractor's engine is straining.
He's got trouble with the gears, hasn't he? working.
That's fine. Keep going like that.
Against all the odds, it's mission accomplished.
Thank you, honey. I'm going in with no shoes on. And it's posh. This is where they're going to be sitting for their tea and that lot. And their dinners, and that's where I'm going to be cooking. I just can't wait to get it up and running now.
She likes to put on a brave face, doesn't she? But I think she was worried about it. You know, it's been a long time coming. So now it's here. It's going to be a highlight that she can get in there now, and it's brilliant.
Thanks, honey.
A 100 yards away, JP is also battling to make a better future.
I've been for detoxes and they haven't worked, but then I didn't have no one there to support me or anything.
This time, he's determined to stay on the wagon once and for all.
Going for my rehab twice a week, go to my AA meeting once a week as well. Everyone's saying how healthy I look and putting on weight.
Staying sober is giving JP a new focus.
I would never been doing this when I was drinking either.
His partner Sarah moved out of their home 3 weeks ago, and he's surviving solo for the first time in 8 years.
I don't mind living on my own. A bit upsetting sometimes, but that's another trigger where you get stay on your own, getting depressed. And it's like, oh, go get a drink. And then you got to think. You've just been away for your detox. You don't want to go and have a drink, because otherwise you're just going to go back down that line and be the same again. You got to think about what's being said in them meetings about the triggers and how to prevent yourself. Think of the future of what you're going to be missing out on. And then you think of your past about what you've actually missed out on, and it stops you from going and getting that extra drink.
Round the corner, Fred wants his past to catch up with him as he looks forward to this morning's reunion with his long-lost love, Linda.
I'm worried a bit what her response is going to be. She's going to say, I've come down here, but I don't want to know, or something like that.
But Dan has just got a phone call out of the blue.
Yeah, hello Linda, how are you doing? You alright?
He's supposed to be taking Fred to meet Linda in Clacton in a few minutes.
If that's your decision, then that's what it's all about. And
Linda has changed her mind.
Well, I don't know what to say about that. She thought about it and discussed it with her son as well. They thought, no, she's happy with her life and her family, and she doesn't go anywhere near that life of before. And that's the reason. She wants to move on with hers, and she wants him to move on with his, and that's it.
Dan has to break the bad news.
Morning, Fred.
What's going on?
Well, Linda has decided she doesn't want to come and meet you. She wishes you well, Fred, but she doesn't want to meet on it, and she got the photograph of your son, and...
No, you can take that back. I don't want it. It's not my son. I don't want to know no more.
No?
I don't want none of you to know why. Sorry.
Okay. All right, mate.
He's not my son.
Okay.
And she's not my mother anymore, but I should chase her. I've got solicitor on the case now.
Linda didn't want to see him, and that's really what it's all flared up from, and can't say any more than that. All right, mate.
Don't keep photographing my house, fuck all.
I'm disappointed with his reaction, to be honest with you. Yeah, to me, it's just rather sad.
As night falls on Jaywick, Tara's come home after meeting her husband. Darren's waiting to find out whether Tara's ex has lured her back.
Oh, so glad I'm home, David. When I got there, I didn't give him a cuddle or nothing.
Just nothing at all.
No. Nothing at all. There was nothing now. What he said was, if he came back, he'll prove to me that he won't commit no more crime or nothing. No, I don't want that in my life. I don't want none of that. I don't even want him in my life. How could he put me through that? Then he actually thought he could come back here. Can you believe that?
That's mad. That is insane.
And I said, how the hell you going to cope with me sitting in here with David? He said, well, I'll have to, won't I? That's insane.
Yeah. I was married for 6 years, got out of prison, I had to get out and start again on my own. I didn't have no one. I had no family, nothing.
I said to him, if you love me that much, you'll let me go, wouldn't you? Let me get on my life. I've made a new life for myself.
Coming up, JP struggles without the love of his life.
I think about Sarah every day. Hoping she's okay.
And Darren has a surprise in store for his.
I want you to marry me, babe.
Oh, Darren.
For some, Jaywick is the end of the road. But for others, it can be the start of something special. 44-year-old Darren split up with the mother of his 4 children years ago and never expected to fall in love again. But his relationship with Tara has changed his life, and he's made a big decision.
Well happy, really, really chuffed that they've set that stone in that ring lovely. Like, they've made a really good job of it. Like, I don't know, I'm getting more nervous and excited as time goes on now. But yeah, I think she'll love it. I think she will love that.
Darren's hoping to dazzle Tara with fine dining. Then he'll pop the question.
If she says no, then I don't know, I'll deal with that one when it happens. There might be a reason. She might say, no, I'm not ready yet, or whatever, I don't know. She might not feel ready. Like, but in my heart says, yeah, she is ready, and she will say yeah. So I've got to go with my heart.
The ring cost well over a week's benefit money. Hopefully, it'll be worth it. On Jaywick Beach, JP's also been splashing the cash.
Go and get some dinner, hopefully.
He's spent £40 on a fishing rod to try to take his mind off his craving for booze.
Started fishing in my teens. I used to go out fishing with my friends first, down on the rivers. And I went sea fishing with my cousins and my dad.
But fishing isn't as easy as JP remembers.
Totally lost the plot, yeah? Busted it already. What? Down? Oh. What's going on here? Oh, it's a bit windy. Oh, shit! Well, I've managed to catch a bag. It's the tension, isn't it? So let's try again. There we go. Right, all set and ready. Where's my dinner?
Staying sober could be JP's last chance to be part of a happy family. He hopes social services might allow his daughter's home to be with him and Sarah.
I think about Sarah every day. Every day. Hoping she's okay. That we're going to be getting back living family life. And I'm pretty sure that's what she wants as well.
Dining alone, Sarah is also contemplating her future with JP.
He's doing really well at the moment. I'm pleased that he's got a new hobby, a new interest, something that he can throw himself into rather than the drinking. I always knew JP was capable of doing well. I think, you know, since the move and everything, it's just a whole new start for us. So, yeah, I mean, I have every faith in him. He's a lot nicer person, a lot more attentive partner. Plus, we can sit down, we can have a proper conversation, we can have a proper chat. You know, it's easier to talk to him when he's not drunk. I hope eventually we'll get all our children living back together and we'll be a happy family, drug and alcohol free.
In the nearby town of Holland-on-Sea, Darren set aside enough benefit money to treat Tara to a slap-up meal. He's pulling out all the stops, hoping to impress.
Why is there so many forks?
Because he's just got one for your steak and one for your normal.
Really posh.
It's usually outside in.
Darren will pop the question if he can pluck up the courage. And it's not just him that's nervous.
He's shaking.
Don't shake. You ain't got to shake yet. Why have you got to be nervous with me?
No, because it's posh, isn't it?
That ain't posh, babe.
Did they bring us a plate?
What?
Did they bring us a plate?
This is a plate.
That's the plate?
Yeah, this is plate. I called it a slate.
What's that?
Sure.
I lift and everything. This is lovely, isn't it?
The starters and mains go down nicely. But with dessert about to arrive, Darren is running out of time.
Oh, thank you.
Looks like you got this.
Yeah.
It is.
Lovely.
Lovely. Oh, this is lovely. What is it? Champagne?
Yeah.
That's really quite nice. What's some of this?
No, I want you. I want you to marry me, babe.
Oh, Darren.
I do. I really want you to marry me. Please. No, I do. I want you to marry me. With all my heart.
Don't
I love
lift it
you.
up.
Don't, because you make me cry.
I'm going to cry, Darren.
I can't. You're going to marry me?
Of course I will, yeah. Yeah. When he proposed to me and asked me to like marry, it was like, whoa, shock. I couldn't believe it. But I know this is the right thing to do. I just know I'm heart of heart. I mean, he's kind, he's caring, and everything he thinks about, I come first no matter what. So yeah, it's the right thing I've done. Love you.
Love you.
Next time,
This is my drink.
Gaz returns to Jaywick and vows to banish the booze.
I want to give it everything I've got.
Newcomer Chantal gets her hands dirty.
Oh, there's piss on this. Oh, it's covered in shit.
And JP hits the town.
If you'd like to leave, sorry people.
And causes chaos.
You're saying you're a psychic?
You're a fake.